Hello there, welcome along. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Edward Russell and I'm delighted to be your host for the online premiere of the all-new Hyundai Tucson here in Singapore. The Tucson has been around for over a decade, and since 2004 it has become one of the best-selling SUV models. Its roominess as well as its incredible safety rating has led it to become one of the most reliable utility vehicles of all time, but it does not stop there. The all-new Tucson is the perfect embodiment of Hyundai's vision, progress for humanity. Not just in terms of its looks, but through its technological features and its innovation as well. This all-new Tucson redefines what an SUV truly is. It pushes the boundaries through a new daring design approach called sensuous sportiness that has absolutely redesigned both inside and outside the all-new Tucson. Ladies and gentlemen, this new vehicle is going to exceed all of your expectations. It pushes the boundaries and it really is going to impress. But enough talking from me. It is my great pleasure to introduce you to the all-new Hyundai Tucson.
We are bringing something fresh, next level design into the crowded SUV segment. Since the introduction of our design identity, sensuous sportiness, we intend to elevate the emotional response of our designs that touches your heart and create transformative design experiences. Each model is given its own unique and distinctive character with what we call the Hyundai look. The Tucson proudly stands in our lineup as the most dynamic SUV design and conveys the trend-setting spirit we've dared to challenge conventions with an experimental design. We did not want to create just another SUV. We wanted to create something iconic. Well, it all begins with the first impression. Utilizing the best lamp technology available at Hyundai, we seamlessly integrated the lights into the grille. We call it the parametric hidden lights. As you can see here, they're completely invisible when turned off. And then the lights appears from nowhere, adding an emotional touch that is simply magical. Can you imagine seeing these lights on the road for the first time? The distinctive face will tell you what car is overtaking you. Strong, robust, and energetic, the car is bigger than ever before. The long hood, level roof, and short overhangs with a stretched wheelbase that emphasize its coupe-like avant-garde character. What an amazing proportion. Chiseled surfaces like crystal core and sharp edges creates a striking contrast between sleek silhouette and masculine wedge. Chunky angular surface seamlessly merge into the wheel arches like the 70s Sportiness style, while the large wheels complete the powerful and dynamic posture. Moving to the rear, the full-width tail lamp continues the parametric dim with unique light details hidden in plain sight. Just look at that. The transparent, the glass type emblem and hidden wiper create a super clean surface that allows you to appreciate the purity of the design concept. Now, let's get inside. Enter space, where space, technology, and information organically intersect. A layered, naturally flowing layout that also represents the seamless user experience we built into the interior. To create an airy environment, we dropped the instrument display downward for a completely flat upper surface. The layer, which naturally cools the interior, passes through IP, connecting to the console, front door, and even rear door. Well, we never really look at the AC vents, ever. Then the same is true in a car, right? We hid the vents, they're completely out of sight, almost like in an airplane cabin. That's pretty cool, isn't it? And of course, ambient mood lights and the shift-by-wire further enhances TUCSON's premium spatial experience. Ladies and gentlemen, in designing the 4th generation TUCSON, we deliberately chose the untraveled path. The TUCSON becomes the first mover, redefining the design standards in this overcrowded segment. The first mover. The TUCSON itself perfectly reflects the spirit of Hyundai design.
Many thanks to Sang Yeop Lee, the head of Hyundai's Global Design Center, for explaining the design concept behind the all-new TUCSON. Well, there she is, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't she an absolute beauty? Sporty, sleek, and I gotta admit, I had a little bit of a sneak peek inside, and there is plenty of room in the interior as well. But what I'm sure caught your eye as much as it caught my eye are these hidden parametric lights. They are an exclusive on the all-new TUCSON. You will not see them on any other vehicle in the world. So when a driver sees these in their rearview mirror, they will know that it is from the all-new Hyundai TUCSON. To help us understand a little bit more about the aesthetics of the TUCSON, I'm delighted to welcome along Mr. Andy Wong. He is the founder of Rave Photography, and he is an internationally renowned food and architecture photographer who's worked with such huge brands as Shangri-La and Banyan Tree. Let's hear his thoughts on the all-new Hyundai TUCSON. Well, Andy, thank you so much for joining us. I've got to say, you are a very lucky man, and I'm sure a fair few out there will be very jealous of you because you are one of the first few people in Singapore to have not just seen the new TUCSON, but also driven it as well. So please, as a photographer with your photographer's eye, give us your first impressions of the car.
Thank you, Albert, for having me here. My first impression of this car is I was actually quite blown away because the shape and the design is a big departure from the previous model. The way the lines are incorporated into the car makes it look so seamless, but yet very muscular at the same time. It's almost like how I frame my picture. I always look out for lines and the simplicity of the overall image, and by playing with colors and light, I try to accentuate the space.
Now, we heard Sang Yeop Lee earlier talking about the sensuous sportiness design element that they've incorporated into the new TUCSON. I mean, just looking at the outside and the front of the car, first of all, are you a big fan of that?
Yes, I'm a big fan of it. A lot of design elements are in place in this car. The wedge shape of the parametric lights embedded into the grille and the fluid tail lights, they're also clean. But they even went a step further. They hidden the rear wipers, and the glass emblem is very nicely flush into the boot, which makes it look so nice and clean, just like how I look for in my photograph.
Very nice. So that's the exterior. Now, I haven't had a chance to go inside yet, but I know you did when you took the all-new TUCSON for a test drive. So Andy, just give your impression about the inside. What's the interior like?
My first impression when I opened the door and I sat in the driver's seat is how spacious and how open the interior felt. The open type cluster, there's nothing obstructing your view, lots of light coming through. And the neat touches like how the aircon is incorporated into the trim makes it very stylish and very clean. Also the shift by wire. I was trying to look for the gear stick and there isn't. So with this shift by wire, everything is all clean line and all embedded in, which I think was a very neat touch. And this makes the interior feels very cozy and very premium.
Now finally, Andy, you shared with me earlier that you've been driving for quite a long time. I won't say how long because I don't want to give away your age. But the all-new Tucson, how does it compare to other SUVs you've driven or just seen on the road?
Just by the way it looks, it's a very distinctive car. I will recognize this car through my rearview mirror, and I definitely will take a second take at it again. The way it's designed, you cannot miss it.
Well, it's stunning from where I'm sitting right now. I can't wait to take it for a drive later on. Andy, thank you so much for joining us in the meantime. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
Great stuff. So now we understand a lot more about the aesthetics of the all-new Tucson, but apart from its bold and daring design, the all-new 5-seater Tucson SUV is for those who embrace a modern lifestyle, future technologies, and really just pushing the boundaries, because this all-new Tucson is packed full of technologies for both your safety and for your comfort. It makes it perfect for families and for tech-savvy individuals, much like my next two guests, Limeran and Jason, both lifestyle personalities and parents to two beautiful boys. Let's hear from them now to understand the features and the technologies of the all-new Hyundai Tucson. Jason, Limeran, thank you so much for joining us. Now, as I mentioned, you are both personalities, but you're also both parents as well. And as a family, what do you look for in a car when it comes to choosing one?
Thank you, Edward. It's our pleasure to be here today. Basically, I think the most important thing we look for when getting a car would definitely be safety. We travel around a lot with the kids, and I want to make sure that the kids are safe in the car, as we know that accidents do happen and we see them on the roads every day. I will make sure that there are safety features installed to keep my family safe as well as the other road users on the road. The other thing that I'm looking for is space and comfort. Be it work or family outings, grocery runs, I will need the space, and the Tucson ticks all the boxes in terms of space as well as boot space.
Yeah, you mentioned between work and home, you have to juggle kids, groceries, fitness equipment as well. What kind of convenience features do you look for then in order to help out with that?
One of my favorite convenience features in this Tucson is the hands-free power tailgate. It's so amazing because all I need to do is to stand behind the car and the tailgate will open within seconds. So it's perfect for when I have bags of groceries and I have whiny kids asking me to carry all the time. This hands-free power tailgate is amazing.
As for me, because I'm the main driver most of the time, the convenient feature that I really like is the seamless connectivity. As soon as you place your smartphone at the charging dock, it automatically starts charging as well as to connect onto Apple CarPlay or the Android Auto. And being out the whole day, having a wireless charging dock is perfect so that my phone will be constantly charged.
Now, one of the key features of the all-new Tucson is the Smart Sense technology. Jason, I know you had a bit of a drive around in it earlier on. What did you make of the capabilities?
I'm actually really impressed with the Smart Sense technology. It actually gives me a glimpse that autonomous driving is really going to happen in the not-so-distant future. Yeah, so with so much tech being packed into this all-new SUV, and at this price point, I really think it's bang for your buck. Some of the Smart Sense technologies include blind spot collision avoidance assist. If you fail to notice a car approaching when you are changing lane, the blind spot collision avoidance assist helps prevent collision with obstacles in a blind spot. The forward collision avoidance assist detects any car approaching at the intersection and helps prevent collision. Smart cruise control with stop and go makes driving more bearable, especially during traffic jams or when driving on a long stretch of road. The car adjusts its cruising speed according to the traffic and also stop and go automatically.
And finally, as a family, I'm sure you've both driven a number of cars in the past, but how does this all-new Tucson compare to all of those?
Definitely in terms of space, I think this is one of the biggest one we have ever driven. In terms of leg space, leg room and boot space, as well as the advanced technologies that is all fitted within the Tucson.
Yeah, definitely the technological part for me. It really makes the whole ride more enjoyable, and most importantly, it's also really safe for all road users as well as my family. Yeah.
Yeah, it really is packed full of features, this all-new Tucson. Jason Limeran, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
All right, so now we know a whole lot more about the features and technologies in the all-new Tucson. We've also heard about the new design and aesthetic as well. But performance is also a key factor, and what I look for in a car is power, responsiveness, smooth handling, and the all-new Tucson 5-seater SUV delivers all of that and more in abundance. Many hours and resources were put into developing the all-new third-generation platform upon which this Tucson is built. It makes the car safer, lower, wider, and smoother when handling corners. Coupled with Hyundai's SmartStream engine, the new Tucson delivers superior optimal driving performance wherever you go. And on that note, should we go somewhere? I've spent way too long standing outside this car. I really want to get inside. So I tell you what, let's go for a drive. The first thing I noticed about the all-new Tucson is just how smooth the drive is. It feels stable, it feels planted on the ground, and you really notice the difference, particularly when maneuvering corners. The all-new third-generation platform on this Tucson is lower and more compact than its predecessors. That results in lower center of gravity, resulting in better aerodynamic performance and, in turn, better stability across a whole range of driving conditions. The new third-generation platform's engine room also features a multiple load path structure, which means that in case of an accident, force is evenly distributed over the entirety of the car, making it safer for everyone inside. The all-new Tucson is also more fuel efficient than other SUVs in the market because of its new SmartStream engine. It features the world's first continuously variable valve duration technology developed by Hyundai. That results in better fuel consumption, better internal combustion, and better airflow. At the moment, it's also available in the Avante and Venue models, but soon will be coming to other models as well. The all-new Tucson isn't only more stylish than other SUVs in the market, but it really excels in the handling department and the fuel efficiency one as well. I've got to say, driving this car has really changed my perspective of what it's like to drive a utility vehicle. Who says driving an SUV can't be fun? Wow, I mean, I loved that. I'm sure you could tell. I can't wipe the smile off my face. A perfectly thrilling drive. One that I can't wait to do again soon, and one that I highly recommend you do as well. The all-new Hyundai Tucson is a great mix between style, comfort, and agility. It's a stylish and practical SUV that, as you just saw, is absolutely thrilling to drive. It's efficient and it's filled with technology and world-class safety features as well. If you are considering getting a new vehicle, the Tucson is perfect. It's all-rounded, and it's what you want when it comes to an SUV. As with all other models in Hyundai's lineup, the all-new Tucson is backed with at least 5 years of factory warranty coverage. The all-new Tucson is available in 2 drivetrains, petrol and hybrid. The Tucson 1.6-litre turbocharged petrol model is now available at Hyundai Singapore. Test drive it today. You will not regret it. 253 Alexandra Road. The Tucson 1.6-litre turbocharged hybrid model is coming soon in the second half of 2021. In the meantime, of course, be sure to also follow the Hyundai Singapore website and subscribe to their Facebook, Instagram, and Telegram to keep abreast of all the latest news. And that, ladies and gentlemen, really brings us to the end of our online premiere. Thank you so much for joining us online. Do take care, and we hope to see you soon at Hyundai Singapore.